All right? Proverbs 18 verse 5. It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment. You see this, man? Same thing, man. Right? It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment. Okay? Putting wicked people in places of power, man. So that the righteous can constantly be oppressed, to be the workforce of society, man. Oh yeah, just push the workload on them. Right? That's why we ain't here in captivity. We are the ones that are condemned, man. Right? We the ones overthrown. Right? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. Right? This is the problem in this society. The people are mourning. Because the wicked are in power, man. And they justify the wicked. And condemn the just. Put the just in a position, a lower state, man. Right? We are overthrown right now, huh? Right? They overthrow the righteous, man. You see, you know, the righteous overthrow themselves as well, man. Because even among our people are wicked men. Okay? That's why them so-called Pharisees, the Sadducees, they were tied with the Roman Empire of that day, man. Right? They was in bed with them. Right? They was in bed with them. And they was all working together to keep the righteous of the people, of the nation, overthrown, oppressed. That's why when Messiah came on the scene, he was a threat to the government of that day, man. That's why the scriptures say the government shall be upon his shoulders, man. You know, he was considered an insurrectionist, man. Messiah was considered an insurrectionist, man. He was considered a rebel, man. Right? Because all his works would have overthrown the whole kingdom had he stayed here and kept performing all the miracles and kept on doing his teachings, his sermons and all of that, man. The kingdom could have came then. But for the sake of prophecy had to be fulfilled. So he went up to the right hand of the Father after the crucifixion. Okay? That's what it was, man. Let's go to Proverbs 19. Proverbs 19 verse 4. Wealth maketh many friends. You see this? Wealth maketh many friends. But the poor is separated from his neighbor. Right, man? The poor is separated from his neighbor. See, everybody's a friend to somebody that got money, or somebody that could do something for them. If you can't do nothing for nobody, you can't give a gift or some type of handout or some money, forget it, man. People don't want to be around you, man. They don't want to be your friend. You understand, man? That's why you got to watch people when you get money, man. And you know, the crazy thing is, when you get money, people be like, oh, you changed. No. The person didn't change. They just now have the money to be able to be who they were always in the first place, man. Okay? Because money is an enabler. That's all money is. Money is an enabler which will give you the opportunity to do the things that you always probably wanted to do, or be the person you always wanted to be. Right? So when you get the money, you can actually be the person you wanted to be. You were always that person. They just think you changed because you got the money. Nah, you didn't change. You are now allowed to kick your feet up. Basically, that's all. That's it, man. That's why when people hit the lottery, most of the time they will lose all that money they won, man. You know why they'll lose their money? Because they were always a person that was probably somebody that had addiction to shopping. Like one way that's evident is they probably in debt, man. So guess what, man? When they receive all the millions of dollars, it enabled them to be even more of an shopping addict. That's all it did, man. If you hit the lottery as a drug addict, you're gonna buy more drugs. So people don't change when they get money. When they get the money, their ways become more exploited. That's it, man. That's it, man. Proverbs 19 verse 4, wealth maketh many friends. And this is why money makes friends, man. Because they drawn to the fact that, hell, I want to be like him too. I want to be able to have my desires enabled. But guess what? Them people ain't right either. Them people ain't right. So if you already unrighteous, and you hit the lottery, you're going to draw more demons unto you, man. It's like when an unclean spirit has gone out of a man, they walking through dry places seeking rest and findeth none. Right? Then they go back to the house which was swept and garnished and brings back 7 more unclean spirits more wicked than him. Right? Roughly paraphrasing. Yeah, man. That's what happens, man. Your ways are exploited even more. All right, let's go to Proverbs chapter 19, verse 6. Many will entreat the favor of the prince. Right. Why? Because the prince got money. And every man is a friend to him that giveth gifts. Right, man. So if you got money and you giving people money, handing out gifts, they're going to speak good about you, man. And you know, some narcissists got the mentality that they can disrespect people and talk bad about them and gossip and all of this madness, do whatever they want to them, as long as they give them money. They think money buys everything, man. They think money buys love, man. They think money buys respect. So if they give somebody money, right, that's a servant, they'll disrespect the servant because they know that the servant needs them in order to keep their employment. So they'll treat their servant any kind of way, man. They'll disrespect their servant. But they don't care, man, because they giving them a reward. Right? And even regardless of the mistreatment, that servant will speak nicely to that particular prince or master. Huh? That's what it'll do, man. Because they say, man, you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you. That's what that's going into. Huh?